people, how have you been? I am so excited to see you once again. I am Jemie and welcome to my channel. Like, we are here to talk about self-improvement, how we can be a better version of ourselves, and we are having practical conversations. These conversations are not to motivate you. They are to actually challenge you into changing your life. So it is my prayer that you are doing the work. Some of the videos we have done, they have assignments for us. So I hope you're doing those assignments. I hope that you're doing those amazing things. And I hope that they are changing your life. You know, today's conversation is one of those that people have always asked me for. You know, somehow because I have been a finance person for so many years.
Hey, don't let your life go unlived, because it's never late. It's never late.
So today, actually, we're going to have an income statement conversation. You've heard of an income statement? Somewhere you've had people mention income statement. Statement of comprehensive income, something like that. This conversation is not really accounting and it's not technical in any nature. So it's a conversation that anybody can understand. Don't be threatened by income statement and stuff like that. No. But why I'm saying income statement is because it has your income and your expenditure. And we're going to talk about money today. And we're going to talk about income and expenditure in your personal context. If you spend money, I want to assume that you make money. Or somehow there's a way you get money. Because otherwise, what are you spending? Are you in debts? Are you spending future money? So we're going to empower ourselves financially in this conversation. Let's say you get this money from whichever source, as long as it's a legal source. We're having legal conversations here. So if you're getting money in ways that are not legal, this conversation is not for you. Now you have the money, then what next? First of all, before you run to spend it, and we are going to talk about that as well, I want you to first learn to keep it. Learn to keep some of that money. And how are you going to keep it? There are very many ways of keeping money. You could save it on an account. You could join a circle where you're saving that money, a portion of that money. You could save it in other investment ventures, maybe in money markets, treasury bills, bonds, and stuff like that. The banks have various products that you can use to save money. There are two things you're saving it from being misused and also to grow it. Saving is a culture. Saving is not about the money. It's not about how much you earn, so now you can save. So every time I've had people say, you know, I earn very little money, you know, the money comes and it's very tiny, so you can't even save, you can't even do what? That is a lie. Yes, and I mean it. If you're one of the people that say the money is little, I can't even save, that is a lie. You can actually save some of that money. And it's not that for you to save it must be a huge amount, you know, your bank account is looking fat. No, saving is a culture. It's not about the money. So it's about you building the culture. You see that person who's saving 5,000 every month. I know it's little money. But you see, in a year, they're going to have 60,000 saved somewhere. And I'm using 5,000, it's a very small amount, but it can be more. I want you to realize how possible it is. But you who is failing to save 50,000 because you're saying that money is little, in a year, you won't even have that 60,000. So don't despise money, however small it is, because it keeps on adding value. So the other thing is you have to invest it. I know this is an area that some people don't know what to do exactly. Every time you're like, invest it, what can I do? You can invest money as money. You can actually invest it as cash, but you put it in things that earn you interest. You could invest it in, say, property. You could invest it in, say, business. You could invest it in so many things as long as it's adding value. If it's not adding value, you have not invested it. You get your money, you buy a car, for instance, a car that you use, you're repairing it, you're fueling it, you can't be there and you say, for me, I invested my money into a car. What is the car doing? Is it doing business? Maybe the car is actually doing business. Maybe you're into car hire, maybe you're into Uber, maybe you're doing special hire, you're doing taxi. As long as it's making you money, that is an investment. So that's actually, I love the car example because that same car can be an investment or it may not be an investment. I want us to quickly run to expenses. In fact, let us have a whole new video to talk about expenses so that we can break it down in a way that you can understand easily. But I hope that income has given you an idea. What do you do with the income? Save it, invest it. Not all of it if you have to survive, because you have to spend some of it. But every time you get money, please do yourself and your future self and your future generation a favor by investing, by saving part of that money. Don't spend it all. In future, you're going to thank your current self for saving that little money. Let us meet in part 2 where we are going to talk about expenditure.